Hello my dear students. Now the next part we are going to see, that is the excretion. In the life process we are going to see about the excretion. What is the excretion? As you know, there is how the gases or the waste gas which form in our body. Our organism get rid out the gaseous waste generated in our body. Like it is in the plants or other organisms are there. In the plants, as you know, in the photosynthesis process, there is oxygen is there. It is releasing as a waste products, and also through with the help of a respiratory system, respiration process is there. It will help for the organism to get rid of that gas. Here our oxygen will take, carbon dioxide is there, gives out of our body with the help of a respiration process. So like that, there is in our body formation of a nitrogenous waste is there, because through the metabolic activities which in our body different process taking place in that metabolic activities, there is a formation of a nitrogenous waste, and so that nitrogenous waste is necessary to need to be removed from our body. So here that nitrogenous waste which will form in our body, it is necessary to remove in our body. Here the biological process. What is the excretion? See then, the biological process which involved in the removal of this harmful metabolic waste. So the biological process, excretion is one of the process which involve the removal of the harmful metabolic waste, the nitrogenous waste which will form in our body. It is necessary to remove it from the body. That is called as a excretion. So here this is there are the different types of organisms are there. Lower organism, higher organisms are there. Lower organism like a unicellular organisms are there. Amoeba is there. As I told, in the amoeba it is made up of only one single cell. So through one single cell whole different processes are taking place with the help of cell only, and that is by the diffusion process. Here there is a nutrition, excretion, these processes are there taking place in the amoeba body. So like that, but when there are the multicellular organism, higher organisms are there, then multicellular organism has a specialized organs are there, organ systems are there, and with the help of that there is these functions are there, they are running, they are going to take place. So here about the excretion in human beings. If you are observing in the excretion in the human beings, here there are the two kidneys are located, and these two kidneys will help for the filtration of the blood. So these two kidneys are there, right and left kidney, ureter is there, pair of kidneys, pair of ureter, and with the help of afferent and efferent arterioles are there, they will bring the blood. Urinary bladder is there, and urethra. If you are observing your diagrammatic representation, see here aortas are there, they will bring, as you know, aorta where we saw in the transportation in human being, oxygenated blood rich. So here aorta is bringing, and vena cava also we see there, vena cava bring the deoxygenated blood. Here aorta is there, that through the aorta enters it is in the both kidneys. Both kidneys are there working properly, regularly, same. So here there are the arteries are there, or renal arteries are there, it will enter there into the kidney. There are the pair of kidneys in the human excretory system, and then these two pair of kidneys has there, it has two tubes are there, it will extend out, that are called as a pair of ureter. Next urinary bladder, and next to that there is a urethra. Like this, these are the main parts are there in the excretory system in the human being. So the excretory system of the human being includes the pair of kidney, pair of ureters, urinary bladder, and the urethra. Kidneys are located in the abdomen region. So here it is present in the abdomen region on the either side of a backbone. Backbone is there. On the backbone either side they are located. In the abdomen region either side of the here backbone. Urine produced in the kidneys pass through the urethra. So urine is produced in the kidney, it will pass through the urethra. Here it will move from the ureter and then to the urethra. So produced in kidney passes through the ureters into the urinary bladder. First of all, in the kidney there is the formation of a urine takes place. That urine passes from the ureter. From the both kidney there is a both two pair of ureters are there. From that urine is passing to the urinary bladder, and here it is stored until that is releasing through the urethra. In the urinary bladder there is a storage of that urine takes place until it will pass through the urethra. How is urine produced then? Is it a very important part? That is how there is a formation of the urine. See, if you are observing, there is another one diagrammatic representation is there, that this is nothing but how kidneys are there, they are located, their structure, and here you are observing there about where is the location of the kidneys and how there are the kidney, ureter, urinary bladder, urethras are located, and there is the LS of the kidney, longitudinal section of the kidney you are observing. If you are observing longitudinal section of the kidney, there is a cortex and medulla regions are there. Cortex is the outer part and medulla is the inner part is there. In this there are the nephrons are present. Number of nephrons are present in the kidneys, and with the help of that nephrons there is a blood filtration is there. It is taking place in the kidney. So the purpose of making urine to filter out waste product from the blood. In the blood there is a formation of waste product. So how to remove that waste? So through the kidney there is a removal of waste, means the purpose is there, that is here it is to urine is there, it will form by the filtering of the blood, and that when blood will filter the waste product is there, it will form. Just as CO2 is removed in the lungs in the respiratory system, as you know we take oxygen and remove the carbon dioxide, like that here there is a blood is filtering and there is a formation of the urine is there. Nitrogenous waste such as the urea or uric acid are removed from the blood in the kidneys. So it is then no surprise that the basic filtration in the kidney like the lungs. So basic filtration is there, that is with the help of a kidney it is taking place. Like in the lungs are there as a respiratory organ, it will waste carbon dioxide, gives out, like that basic filtration unit is there, kidneys are there. It's a cluster of a very thin walled blood capillaries. So, and it is nothing but kidneys are there made up of a very thin walled blood capillaries are there. Each capillary cluster in the kidney is associated with a cup shaped end coil tube called as a Bowman's capsule. Now, if you are observing there is the kidney structure is there, as I told kidneys are there, it has a number of more number of nephrons. Each kidney has a large number of these filtration units are there. So filtration units are there, and that filtration units are there, large number of filtration unit in each kidney, and so that are called as a nephrons. They are nothing but they are the nephrons. If you are observing the next diagram, so these are nothing but they are called as a nephrons. Here these are nothing but they are the large number of filtration units are there. In each kidney they are present. Each capillary cluster in the kidney is associated with a cup shaped end of a coil tube called as a Bowman's capsule. If you are observing, there is a cup shaped structure is there, and that cup shaped structure is called as a Bowman's capsule. This is Bowman's capsule, and inside that there is a afferent arteriole is there entering, and that is a bunch of blood capillaries. It is called as a glomerulus. It is called as a glomerulus, bunch of blood capillaries. If you are observing here, afferent arteriole is there which bring oxygenated blood here, see, and it is a filtering there. blood is there, it will enter into the into the cup shaped structure. That cup shaped structure is there, it is called as a Bowman's capsule, and that Bowman's capsule has inside that bunch of blood capillaries are present. This bunch is there, it is called as a glomerulus. So glomerulus and Bowman's capsule togetherly it is called as a Malpighian body. It is nothing but a Malpighian tubule or Malpighian body togetherly. Glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. Cup shaped structure, Bowman's capsule. Inside that bunch of capillaries are there, that is called as a glomerulus, and both totally called as a Malpighian body or Malpighian tubule. Each kidney has large number of these filtration unit called as nephrons, packed close together, and they are very close to each other, as I showed before only the structure of a kidney. More number of large number of units are present, millions of units are present, thousand millions of units are present in the kidneys. So there are a bunch of capillaries here, nephrons are present in each kidney. So nephron packed together, some substances in the initial filtrate. Now how there is a filtration taking place? See, blood is entering here into the glomerulus in the Bowman's capsule, inside that bunch of capillaries, that is in the glomerulus. There is a blood is filtering in three stages. That is, first of all, glomerulus filtration. First is a glomerulus filtration. Second one is there, glomerulus filtration is the first step of a blood filtration. Second one, tubular reabsorption. And third one is there here, that is tubular secretion. So here, if you are observing the nephron diagram, see, it is a nothing but tube like tubules are there. First of all, as I told, cup shaped structure, Bowman's capsule is there, then glomerulus, bunch of capillaries, then it starts with a coiled tubule like structures, and that first coiled tubule structure is called as a proximal convoluted tubule. The first part is there, this first part is there, it is called as a proximal convoluted tubule. The first part of the after the Bowman's capsule, the tubule part is there, it is called as a proximal convoluted tubule. Coiled structure is there, and then after that U-shaped structure will form, that is called as a Henle's loop. First part is there, proximal convoluted tubule. Second part is there, Henle's loop, and third part is there, distal convoluted tubule. See, three parts are there, this tubule is there, it is dividing up till here. After that, this is called as a collecting duct. So this tubule is there, this tubule divided into the three parts it is necessary, that is proximal convoluted tubule, loop of Henle's or Henle's loop, and distal, next part is there, distal convoluted tubule. Means this is a coiled part, PCT, proximal convoluted tubule, then loop of Henle's, then again it is a coiled part is there, that is called as a distal convoluted tubule. It is Henle's loop, and this distal convoluted tubule opening into the collecting duct. So this is the structure of only one single nephron. Like this, large number of units are present in each kidney, and they are working they are filtering the blood. Each nephron is there, it is filtering the blood which are present in the kidney. There are many number or thousand millions of numbers are there present, large units are there, they are present in each kidney. So both kidneys are working itself properly. So here in the first part, as I told, glomerulus filtration. What is a glomerulus filtration? So, in the glomerulus filtration, so some substances in the initial filtrate such as glucose, amino acids, salts and major amount of water are selectively reabsorbed as the urine flows along the tube. There is a reabsorption of the means there are some glucose is there, otherwise some percentage of the salts are there, and glucose, amino acids, salts, major some substances are there. They will enter here into the proximal convoluted tubule. There is a filtering is there, but there is some filtrate is there. It will enter into the proximal convoluted tubule, which is a necessary part. Like as there is a glucose, amino acids, some salts are there, water is there, they are necessary parts. They will enter, and also the waste parts are there, that all enter into the proximal convoluted tubule. Blood completely not entering here. Blood is a filtering means again it will move. See here, if you are observing afferent arteriole, bunch of blood capillaries, here blood filtration taking place. After that again that vessel is there, blood capillary is there, it will form. So that arteriole again moving here, or it is a network will form there around to that tubule. In that blood is present. Blood is not entering into the proximal convoluted tubule. This tubule part is there, in that blood will not enter. Only in that filtrate some glucose, amino acids, water, some salts are there, like a potassium, sodium salts are there. They are also entering in that. Some drugs are there, waste materials are there. They all are entering into the PCT. Blood will not enter here into the PCT. So only there is some filtrate is there, it will enter. So some substances in the initial filtrate, this is called as a glomerulus filtration. Some substances are there in the initial filtrate such as the glucose, amino acids, salts and major amount of water are there, selectively reabsorbed as the urine as flows along the tube. So glomerulus filtration of the water and solutes are there, they will enter here. And then they enter into the proximal convoluted tubule. So the first part is here, this one glomerulus filtration over. After that tubular reabsorption means in this tube when they will enter proximal convoluted tubule, there is a reabsorption. These are necessary part, these are means not a waste part, like a glucose, amino acid, water, they are necessary for our body, means they are not a waste product. So there is a reabsorption of that, all substances is there, it is taking place. So tubular reabsorption of water and also conserved molecules that enter back into the blood. So you are observing that PCT is there. Surrounding to the proximal convoluted tubule, there are the afferent arteriole, the blood capillary is there, network is there, because there is a reabsorption in the blood taking place. So the second part is there, tubular reabsorption. In that blood is there, it will reabsorb the glucose, amino acid, all the different which is a necessary salts are there, water is there, they all again reabsorbing there. Means in the urine it is moving, but they are in the second stage, they are reabsorbing here, that is a tubular reabsorption. Third one, tubular secretion. Now again the blood is moving from endless loop to the distal convoluted tubule. In the distal convoluted tubule, tubular secretion is there. The waste product, again see here, if you are observing blood capillaries are there, these are around to the vessels are there, around to the distal convoluted tubule present. They are here again secreting the waste which is present in the blood. Again in that some waste is present in the blood, through that blood vessels it will enter there, and so that is a tubular secretion, it is taking place. So that is nothing but the tubular secretion is there, it is taking place. So if you are observing there, that is the tubular secretion you are going to observe here. So here see, this is the part where proximal convoluted tubule, then endless loop, and then there is the distal convoluted tubule you are observing. In the distal convoluted tubule, as it is surrounding with the blood network of the blood vessels, that blood capillaries are there, that blood capillaries here secretes the, or in that whatever the waste material present like drugs is there, some of the nitrogenous waste are present, so that will enter into the here in the distal convoluted tubule. So in the first part, glomerulus filtration, the filtrate is there, blood will filter there. But in that some necessary substances and some unnecessary substances both are present. Means which are wanted to our body, which is not wanted, which is a nitrogenous waste, both are filtering here. That filter will enter here into the PCT. But in the PCT, what will happen? Tubular reabsorption. The necessary products are there, substances are there, it is reabsorbing there. Like amino acid, glucose are necessary. It is reabsorbing by the blood, which are network of capillaries are there, they will absorb. Then Henle's loop is there. Then DCT part is there, distal convoluted tubule. In that, here there is a nitrogenous waste, drugs which are present still in this blood. In this where blood capillaries are present, from that it is absorbing and then it is entering into the collecting duct. See, collecting duct has many branches are there. All the distal convoluted tubules are there, all tubules of the nephrons are there, opening here into the collecting duct. And then from the collecting duct to the pyramid, and then it will open here. So into to the kidney, from that kidney to the ureter. So like this, there is a urine, the amount of water is reabsorbed depend on the how much excess water is there in the body. So reabsorption of water is also, water secretion is also tubular secretion, in that water secretion is also there. If there is a more amount of water is present in our body, there is a more amount of water will secrete there into the distal convoluted tubule. So water is reabsorbed depend on how much excess water present in our body. And how much here dissolved salts waste there is to be excreted. The urine is there forming in each kidney, eventually enters a long tube, the ureter, and then that urine is there from the collecting duct, all collecting duct, from that it will enter into the, from kidney to the ureter. So the urine formation is there till ureter, which connects the kidneys with the urinary bladder, and urine is stored in the urinary bladder, and then here until the pressure is expanded on the bladder, and then there is a store until it is releasing through the urethra, and to pass out then through the urethra. The bladder is a, urinary bladder is a muscular part made up of muscles, muscular part is there, and so it is under nervous control. It is made up of a muscular, bladder is a muscular one, it is in a nervous control, nervous tissue is there, it is related with the brain, nervous system is there, in that it is dependent. So you learnt about the nervous tissue, neuron, yes, in that here it is related to that in the brain, or it is in a nervous control, it is made up of a muscular bladder. So as we discussed here elsewhere, as a result we can usually control the urge to here urination is there, controlling because of the nervous control only there is a, or here there is a urine is there releasing to the urethra. So many times you are observing that kidneys are the very important organ in our body, because nitrogenous waste which will form in our body, yes, it will pass or it will filter through the kidney only, because kidney has the large units that are called as nephrons. Nephron structure is there, it is a nephron structure. As here I think you are understood about the how structure of nephron and what is the working and function of the nephron is there, how formation of a urine is there. Now here this is about the structure or excretion in a human beings. So kidneys are a very important one organ is there, and it is necessary for our survival purpose. But many times because of infection, injury, otherwise restricted blood flow is there, sometimes to kidney reduce, the activities of the kidneys are there reducing, kidney failures are there sometimes taking place. So that time there is another one method is using, because it leads to the accumulation of poisonous substances in our body. It is necessary to timely filtration of the blood. If kidney failure is there, blood is not filtering, then there is accumulation of poisonous substances, nitrogenous waste, it is starting in our body, and it is very dangerous for our body. So kidney failures are there sometimes, that time the patient has are there for them. They are giving a treatment that is called as a dialysis. So here this dialysis will help for the kidney failure. Sometimes when kidney failures are occurring, so this leads to accumulation of poisonous waste in our body, which can event sometimes there is it leads to the death also. In case of a kidney failure, an artificial kidney is used to device. It is one type of a device machinery. There is removing a nitrogenous waste product from the body. So here it is nothing but a machinery part is there, that is a dialysis. In the hospitals there is a dialysis they are going to do. With the help of that dialysis, there is whatever nitrogenous waste which will form in our body, there is a filtration of that nitrogenous waste taking place with the help of a machine, that is called as a dialysis. So this is about the here dialysis and also about the excretion in human being. So here this lesson is here over. And next about this homework, complete your exercise question answers and middle question answers also write on this lesson. Thank you.